Hi. Happy anniversary. Yeah, it's been about a year. And we've been celebrating it like this for, I don't know, 10 years now? It was 10 years last month. All this time, and I still think when I'm walking down the street or I'm sitting in one of our favorite restaurants that you're going to be there. It just happened the other day. I was sitting at Linnea's having some tea at our favorite table, the one next to the goldfish pond. And I started hearing this familiar sound, like a sandal flopping on the brick. And I was thinking to myself, here she is, late again. You were always late. And then I thought I heard you say, excuse me. But when I looked up, it wasn't you. Just a young stranger wanting to know if the chair next to me was empty. I didn't want to give it to her, but what could I do? So I watched her walk away carrying your chair. And then this feeling rose over me. That feeling of loneliness that happened 10 years ago. I couldn't sit there anymore. I just left my tea and newspaper and went home. Then I took out your letter. You remember writing it. Do you remember what you said? I almost have it memorized. I've read it so many times. I read it every time I think of you. See, it's getting a little worn. I can no longer find the reason to continue. The pain has become too much for me to bear alone. All I can feel is lonely from the moment I wake up to the brief moment I can close my eyes and find some sleep. When I sleep, I feel nothing. And I prefer to feel nothing instead of this loss that I cannot forget. I want to close my eyes and feel nothing forever. I have nothing else to give anymore. I hope you will not be burdened with this grief and that you can forgive me and eventually forget what I've chosen to do. I didn't know what you were going through. I didn't know how much pain you were in. But you didn't tell me anything. Every time I asked you how you were, you said, fine, fine. How was I supposed to know? Was I supposed to read your mind? How could you say you were alone? I was there the whole damn time. But I'll tell you who's alone. I'm alone. You took everything. Everything that was in me is gone. All that's left is this hollow emptiness, and it's slowly filling with rage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. I'm sorry I didn't know what to do. I wish I could have held you more. Maybe if I held you, you wouldn't have felt so lonely. I'm also sorry I can't do this anymore. I can't do this whole thing. I can't do it. Next year, I'm going to celebrate our anniversary at Novo's. I'm going to sit creekside and watch the light ripple on the creek below me. I'm going to sip some wine, and maybe after a couple glasses, I will forget. Maybe I'll forget the choice you made to be alone, and maybe then I'll be able to leave you alone. Next year, I'll bring some wine.